production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about.
Yes, indeed. So much of things we, the people, need to see about, take care of, and we must do so to transform Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I want to welcome you to this segment in the program where I will speak. But before I do so, we must continue with the pledge program. We started off last night. Every month we do a pledge so that we can at least pay the bills and keep the program going. So we needed $4,725 last night, and we were able to get at least $2,280 in pledges last night. But 3 people reached out to me. One person, $100. That's EC. Another person, $200 US. And another person, $100 US. That's overnight. So we are now at $3,180. That is where we are at. So yesterday or last night, we were able to at least get $2,280. But we needed $4,725. But overnight, 3 people reached out to me. In fact, I just saw one a while ago. And earlier, a good friend called. And then a gentleman reached out to me last night. So in total, we had 3 people, but one pledged 100 EC, one pledged 200 US, and one pledged 100 US. So we still need just about, let me do the math to tell you how much we need still to complete the pledge. And I hope we can get that completed quickly because we have a lot to discuss this morning. All right. So let me just tell you how much we need. So we still need $1,545. So we still need $1,545 to complete the pledge for this morning. So if you're there and you want to give a pledge to the program, you can. All you need to do is call me on the 3 numbers that you know. The program number, that's 538-0933. That's the program number. You can WhatsApp me on that number, or you can call me on that number. Then my personal number, 415-4817. That's my personal number. So you can call that number, 415-4817, or you can WhatsApp me on that number, 415-4817. If you're overseas, you have to add 1473. And then you can also WhatsApp me on 1473-403-1019. So it's a pledge program to start off with, and we hope that by, the next 30 minutes or so, or maybe even less, 15 minutes, we can get this out of the way and we can get into actual programming because we have a number of things to talk about this morning. So another good friend just pledged 60 US. So another good friend just pledged 60 US.
Surely I do have to spell them out. 'Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who want to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
Right. So a while ago, three people reached out. So I told you about that good friend who pledged 60 US. Then another good friend pledged $150. And then another good friend pledged $250. All right. So we were able to get their $550. All right. So we were able to get $550 in that short piece of time, which is good. And another good friend is calling.
To build a strong and better nation, I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Right, and another good friend just pledged 200 US. Another good friend just pledged 200 US. So that's 540. All right. So another good friend just pledged 200 US.
Every build a nation together. I say come, every build a nation together. Every build a nation together. I say come, every build a nation together.
Right. So all we need now is $455 or $450. That's all we need now, $450 to wrap up the pledge and get into substance. So a good friend is calling here now. All right. Right, and another good friend of the program just pledged 200 EC. So another good friend just pledged 200 EC.
I say come, say we build a nation together. where we build a nation. I say, where we build a nation together.
Right, so another friend pledged 100 EC. All right, so that's a good friend of the program. 100 EC there. Let me just write that down. A good friend there in St. Kitts. Right, so we got that there. Okay. Hey, I have full Michael in your contact. Oh, the person has 4 Michaels.
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Where we build a nation together. I say, come, where we build a nation together. Where we build a nation together. I say, come, where we build a nation together. We build a beautiful nation.
Right, so folks, you can stop pledge now. So we reached the amount, we got the amount required. Yeah, so someone there, what happened, the person had a couple of numbers for the same name to Zell. So I had to send that to them. Hey, the person saying to, hey, Zell, yes. Zell to Michael, yes. Right, so sometimes you have a couple of names. Right, so we got the amount required. Thank you very much. So we close the pledge. All right, so no more pledges. Thank you very much. There. All right, so we got the amount we needed. Yeah, so no more pledge required. All right, so we got the amount just saying. Good. So yeah, that person is saying to me that they have Michael number twice. All right, let me just tell the person Zell too. All right, yes, somebody has Zell to Michael. Right, let's make sure I get it right. Yeah, the person has Michael twice. All right, good. Yes, I want to make sure that the person sell the money to the right Michael. Good. So I want to thank all the folks who pledged to the program. Thank you very much. We got what is required. So let us get into the substance of this morning's program. I had the opportunity to listen to this, and I want you to take a listen.
Brothers and sisters, tonight is a wake-up call, because something is definitely wrong in our country at this time. Because you know it, and I know it. We feel it in our homes. We see it in our communities, because we hear the cries of our mothers and our fathers. Our young people are struggling. They are struggling because for the past 4 years under this current administration, they have reduced investment in youth development, cut back opportunities for young people, and failed to create sustainable jobs. And that is why today we are facing one of the highest levels of youth unemployment in our country.
Right, so that's a piece done there by the NNP. It's on the NNP's page with Kate Lewis, the same one with the potato statement in the parliament. And I laughed, but then I went and checked the comments out, comments of ordinary people. And the ordinary people in the comments section were saying, well, that is a lie. What you're saying is a lie. You're not telling the truth. You're not being sincere. And why you don't just hush or shut up? We don't want to hear you. You are being deceitful. You know, sentiments like these, where people are actually calling them out, even under the NNP official Facebook page. And it's telling, it says a lot. It says a lot because even under the page, you have people go in there and say, hey, that doesn't smell right. What you're saying is not truthful, right? So someone said, something is wrong with some of you all. Don't matter what the government does, everything is wrong. So what is the government doing? Nothing right at all? Come on now. Up to now, I'm not hearing NNP plan for the country. Another person says, stop the lies, find something else to say. All right? So the first person was Richards, the second person, Alexander, the third person, George, something not right with you. That's they're referring to Keith Lewis. Then another person come around and say, definitely wrong, but they have to find things to say. That's Alexander, another Alexander. Bonnie George, definitely wrong, but they have to find things to say. Another person, DeRoche, says, stop lying. Another person, Brian Charles, madam, think about it, pure nonsense you're talking. Go balance yourself. When you get 15 to kneel, that will be a wake-up call. Another person, Brady, another person that's Brady, says, are you for real? All right. And then Peter, that's Peter John, says, please don't lie. That's a big lie. And you say no free college, and you say who could pay? Let them pay free college for everybody. I cry. Then Paul Hippolyte says, But I'm saying all the comments, it's about 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's over 2 more. All right? 2 more. So it's 12 in total. 12 in total. But all the comments have been negative, totally negative. And it's on NNP's page itself. So they're posting these things up, thinking that they're making an impact on people or getting people to fall for their lies. But people are not falling for it. Amazingly, on the NNP's official page I'm talking about, because people know better. People know better because the evidence is there to show. The government has been doing a lot for young people. And I'll give you some examples because I think truth matters. Facts is important. Only recently, we had police officers graduating from the training school and becoming police officers, right? Actual police officers. That's a permanent work. That's a permanent job. That's a sustainable job, all right?
The Royal Grenada Police Force welcomed 55 new police officers into the ranks of the force. The graduation ceremony of Recruit Course 48 from Police Training School was held last Thursday, marking a defining moment in their lives as new law enforcement officers, having gone through the rigorous training to equip them for service. Their journey started in November 2023 to fill the critical need for increased human resource within the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Right. So you talking about 58 young men and women graduating and getting full employment, full-time employment, solid employment within the Royal Grenada Police Force. That's 58 families positively impacted by the NDC administration. But since the NDC administration came into power, over 200 young men and women found work as police officers in the RGPF. You're talking about over 200 families impacted by that. Then you have the prisons, right? Where, again, young men and women got the opportunity to become prison officers.
No matter how hard it got, we were reminded, strong minds, strong bodies.
The SSU training was designed to remold you to become better fathers, husbands, brothers, and proud officers of His Majesty's prison.
Graduates, from this moment forward, you are no longer measured by your potential, but by your conduct. No longer by the training alone, but by the character you demonstrate in service to this nation.
Let us continue to stand together, united in purpose, unwavering in integrity, and strong in character. The future of His Majesty's prison is bright because of you. Thank you, and may we keep moving forward together.
Yes. So these are young men and young women who got the opportunity to become prison officers, sustainable jobs. You talking about either 40-something or 50-something families impacted positively again. Jobs are being created for young people. You see, when the NNP speaks, they only think about the Imani training program. That is all they think about. Getting young people into this program and using them as tools to do whatever they want them to do and get votes. That is how they see them. And then we had, again, nurses. So we had the internship program.
Registered nurses have successfully completed Grenada's first nurses internship, marking the transitioning of academic learning to professional practice. The 6-month internship focused on the development of clinical skills, patient care, and effective communication. It was guided by the theme Bridging Education and Practice, Advancing Excellence in Nursing. During a graduation ceremony on Thursday, Acting Chief Nursing Officer Anaris Martin Charles congratulated the graduates and challenged them to be guided by 3 main principles.
Right. So again, 20-something nurses, full-time employment, full-time opportunity, straight from the internship program, straight to work. Then you had some nursing assistants who also received training, they graduated, and again, straight into the system, getting the opportunity to pursue their dreams, right? That is important. I think it was about a couple of them. I don't know the actual total, but they too completed their training. All right.
Minister for Health, Honorable Philip Telesford, commits government support to a new cohort of nurses who were recently inducted by the Care Transition Clinic. During his remarks at the induction ceremony, Minister Telesford commended the 16 inductees on choosing a very influential career. He highlighted the continuous need for nurses and healthcare practitioners in Grenada as many retire and migrate, leaving a deficit at institutions island-wide. Minister Telesford encouraged them to remain positive even amidst all the negatives and challenges they may face, all toward advancing healthcare delivery in Grenada.
To choose a career in nursing at this time must be something that you have seriously contemplated for many reasons. One, because of the state of the health service sector in Grenada. Two, because of the low wages paid out to nurses. Three, because of the conditions under which you work.
Yeah, so you're talking about, again, a number of young nurses getting that opportunity. This is sustainable jobs. You see, the NNP, anytime they talk about young people, they always see the Imani training program or the debushing program as avenues for young people. That is what they have always, think of, and that's how they see young people. But this administration is providing solid opportunities for young people. There are programs that the NDC met and they enhance the Empower program.
Over 200 young men graduated from the Empower 4.0 program on Wednesday. The Empower program is a year-long initiative for unemployed young men between the ages of 18 and 35. The program aims to foster personal and professional growth by equipping participants with life and vocational skills. Inmates of Her Majesty's Prison also have the opportunity to participate in some aspects of the program. The program was comprised of life skills sessions, community service projects, and technical and vocational training in areas such as general construction, printing and graphics, and musical performance.
So they met that program there, but they enhanced it. They gave the young men in the program more as a stipend, more money as a stipend. They moved it from $700 to $1,000. Upon completing the training, they gave them more as a grant. It used to be $2,400. They gave them $3,000 to start off their own little business to get their stuff going. Right? So they met programs there and they enhance it. And that is what is important. Very important indeed. And it's good to put the facts on the table. You have youth parliamentarians who are involved in decision making for young people. They were sworn in.
It was a historic day at the Grenada Houses of Parliament as the first elected national youth parliamentarians were sworn in. These 14 young leaders were successfully elected in the recently held national youth elections and were tasked with an opportunity to represent the young people in their constituencies on a national level for the next 2 years. During the ceremony, they were presented with their assigned parliamentary portfolios and took the oath of office. The 14 young people also gave their maiden speech as official national youth parliamentary representatives. These young individuals are focused on making a difference in the lives of young people they will represent. GBN spoke to a few of the representatives outside of Parliament about what they will tackle first within their respective constituencies. First elected National Youth Prime Minister Joshua Andal said now that they have taken the oath of office, fulfilling the needs of their constituents is what he hopes can be achieved by the end of their 2-year stint.
So for my team, the next thing would be for us to go through the process that the Ministry of Youth would have first, which is to train us in capacity building, specifically pertaining to grant proposals and how to write specific grant proposals. So we'd be able to use the $5,000 that they would be allocating for us per year efficiently to the best way possible, so that we'd be able to carry out and create the initiatives that we want to do to have, the most impact that we can possibly have. And my first point of duty, now that I'm sworn in, would be to first of all develop, like I mentioned in my speech, to develop something similar to a youth council within my constituency, with individuals representing different parts of the constituency, the different villages and communities, so I'd be able to have not only a better understanding as to the different, I would say, difficulties, what they're facing, their struggles, but they would be able to help me assist in carrying out the specific projects that I like to carry out.
With a number of projects outlined in her maiden speech, Leader of the Opposition, Amanda Japal George, says...
Right, so even the NNP young lady here, Amanda Japal George, she too got that opportunity, right? I mean, it's amazing. So Kate Lewis is out there talking all kinds of stuff, but I'm saying the evidence is clear. Then you have youth in agriculture.
Government's continued support for the development of the agricultural sector was highlighted on Thursday during the official opening of the Young Entrepreneurs, Farmers and Fishers in Agriculture and Agribusiness Project Office. It is located in Lasajet, St. David. The Youth in Agriculture program is funded by the CARICOM Development Fund at a cost of over $1.3 million US. Prime Minister and Parliamentary Representative for St. David, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, in his remarks encouraged Grenada's youthful population to embrace agriculture.
I've never been unemployed in my life. And I've never been unemployed because as a youth, there was always employment in agriculture. So when I grew up going to the estates or to the farms with my grandmother. When I became a teenager and I wanted to dress nicely, I knew I would not get any money from any parent or family. If you wanted to be fancy, I had to go up to the mountains, pick up the nutmegs, clean the nutmegs, separate the maize, put the nutmegs in the bags, and take it to the nutmeg pool in Taybayed in St. David. The point I was making is that I was doing this even when I was in Presentation Brothers College. And even after leaving Presentation Brothers College. Because agriculture provided a ready means of earning a living, a ready means of income. And it is still the case today.
Yes, so that's our beloved Prime Minister there. You know, youth in agriculture. You have young women in agriculture. All right. You have the farm school in Maribor. That's up and running. In fact, young people are able to slip in their dormitories and so on, set up there, back up and running, which is great.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has launched an innovative new project aimed at enhancing agricultural production across the country, focusing on vegetable farming, sea moss production, apiculture, and agro-processing led by women. Because it only tells you where we want to go to. Climate smart agriculture and food systems in the Caribbean. The project seeks to empower women and youth to build climate resilience in agriculture. The official launch took place at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort, attracting a diverse group of agro-processors for an inception workshop. The workshop featured presentations from experts who shared insights on Grenada's vegetable production, the sea moss and apiculture value chains, and various...
Right, so the evidence is there. Then you had the Empower Hub Elevator program, the first of its kind, right, that the NDC administration rolled out.
Over 200 young women were successfully selected as the first cohort in the new program of the Division of Youth Elevate Her. They underwent the orientation into the program and will be engaged at the official launch of the program on Tuesday at the Lux Cinema. Coordinator of the program, Carleen Perriman, said she's optimistic this new program will set these young women on a new path, taking them from where they are to where they want to be. The program is divided into 3 categories: hospitality, health, and agriculture. The participants of this signature program of the Division of Youth is to assist young unemployed women to be trained and be meaningfully employed, are grateful that they have been selected and given an opportunity to change their personal and economic course.
On the 15th of April, we will be having the official launch of the program, and soon after we'll begin the training session of the program where each participant will go to their various service provider where they'll begin the training aspect.
My name is Jeder Chetson, and I feel awesome to be selected for this program.
I'm looking forward to open my own business, to employ young people in my community.
I feel very excited to be here, and it's a very joyous moment to be selected.
I was very excited. I was elated because I saw the number. I had the number saved on my phone, and as soon as I saw the call coming in, I just started to scream. I knew it was for that, so it was great.
The launch of the Elevate Her program takes...
Right, so the young people, they're excited. They're getting opportunities. And then you have the first generation scholarship where young people for the first time getting the opportunity to go on to university. You have the free tuition policy. That too is an initiative to impact positively the lives of young people. They go on to tertiary level education, TAMCC, NULO. These are young people. And then you have the regularization process where a number of people who were regularized, they were part of the new Imani training program in schools and so on. But they were regularized and they're in permanently now. So for Kate Lewis to go and run up her mouth, and this woman has no shame. She's classless. She's got a sniper, got a rat personality. When you go very low to cuss and get on like a wajan, it's just terrible. Look at this woman.
We don't want no potatoes. We don't want no potatoes.
Oh, you look as though you want some potato.
It's just sad, very sad, but that is what the NNP has to offer. Kate Lewis and these kind of people. That is what they have to offer. And if you go in her constituency, you cannot even point to anything that she has done seriously in that constituency. I mean, she's just sad. But people vote for her. And you ask, but why? What has she done for you in your constituency in St. Andrew Northeast? And it's like a kicks. You just listen to the tone and you watch her leap and everything, you wonder,
We don't want no potatoes. We don't want no potatoes. We don't want no potatoes.
And you know,
You want some potato?
And the NNP supporters, they clapping, they happy. It's just sickening because most of the NNP supporters, they cannot read, write, or reason. The majority of them, they just go in with whatever is said on the platform, which is terrible. But folks, moving on with some positive news. I think it's important to share it. The jetty in Windward progressing nicely.
Construction of the Windward Jetty in Carriacou is moving steadily forward, with officials confirming that the project is expected to be completed within the next few months. The Minister for Carriacou and PT Martinique Affairs reported that work has already commenced on the new structure. The existing jetty, which was previously made of wood, required maintenance on an annual basis, prompting the need for a more durable and long-term solution.
By June, July, the jetty should be completed. I'm extremely happy, excited. We are again building back bigger, better, stronger. Because what existed before was a wooden jetty, and every year we had to do some upgrades to it. Hurricane Beryl again gave us a very good opportunity for us to rebuild better and stronger.
According to the minister, while the construction process may cause some inconvenience to residents and businesses in the short term, the benefit of the upgrade facility will be well worth the wait. He emphasized that rebuilding critical infrastructure takes time, as it involves careful planning and execution to ensure a strong and lasting result.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of Talking Southwest. I'm yours truly, Norris Francois. The last time you saw me on this short little blog, we were talking about roads and drains that was developed by Minister Lennox Andrew. And today we are in a place in St. Andrews that was desolate at a point in time. But now, because of leadership, because of this administration's policies to better playing fields, play parks, play areas in Grenada for families to come out and have good times with their children, with their loved ones, we are at Ladigue Playing Field. And today, we are with a resident in Ladigue. His name is Dwight, and he will share his thoughts on this playing field and how it has transformed the community of Ladigue and surrounding areas. Well, welcome to a short podcast, Talking Southwest. Could you tell us your name?
My name is Mr. Charles, Dwight Charles.
All right, and where are you from?
I'm originally from St. James.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So could you take us on a journey as to how this playing field was and how it is now?
Sure, definitely. Well, to my perspective, this park was a park with a lot of debris, trees, bushes, stuff from trucks dumping, a lot of old galvanized and bricks on the plate.
All right, and is there anything else that would you like to add, like what used to go on here?
Well, there wasn't much activities at the time, because they couldn't get the park to play as how you want it. They can't bring kids to play as in a natural park there.
Yes.
To be said. But right now, you can bring your kids, you can bring your family, you can bring a lot of friends and enjoy the park right now.
Okay.
To how it is now, to how it was, to how it becomes.
Yes. And what would you say is one of the most transforming thing about the park? Because we see recently we had some upgrades.
The lights, the car park, the widening, the beautification with all the trees that cut down right now, it's a park.
Yes.
It is a park.
And we can actually see in the back of us, there's a play area. To the back of my section, there is a toilet facility.
Yes,
what would you say about that?
It is phenomenal, which we never had before, and we have now.
Okay.
We could bring the kids, host a lot of events, because there's a washroom section right there. We didn't have that. So if you come to the park before and you want to urinate or whatever, there's no way to do that.
Yes.
So right now we have a facility where we could do that. Come, there's a playground section for the kids. You can sit down and picnic where the kids could play right now. Before we didn't have that.
Okay.
So it's amazing.
It's in a better place.
Much better place right now.
All right, cool. And if you had something to say to Minister Lennox Andrew, what it is that you will say to him?
Well, if I see Mr. Andrew right now, I will say thank you for the uplifting of the park, the beautification, the upgrade, which we didn't have before. I will thank him for that.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thanks for being on our program, Talking Southwest.
You're welcome, sir.
All right. And not forgetting also the Ladig Sports and Development Organization, collaborating with the Ministry of Social Development for earmarking this project for Ladig past year. And also the National Lotteries Authority for sponsoring over $30-something thousand for building this beautiful and wonderful toilet facility that the residents of Ladig and surrounding areas can use and feel comfortable when coming to Ladig playing field.
Right. Big up your whole self then, Norris. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Continue highlighting the things that are taking place in that constituency by the Honorable Lennox Andrews. And maybe we can see more of that in other constituencies, not just you, but another person in another constituency highlighting some of the positive things that are happening there. All right. So good going, my brother. Keep it up. Really appreciate that. Folks, don't forget, New York, New York, New York, come May the 16th, not far from today. The Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, he did a nice like a promo there. So let me play that for you so you can get your tickets and so on and organize, because New York comes alive in a big way on the 16th of May. Where is it? I had his promo piece somewhere there, not seen it. But anyways, don't forget to get your tickets on GoToFet or Eventbrite for 2 events.
On Saturday, May 16th, Brooklyn will come alive with live acoustic performances from some of Grenada's top local acts, setting the stage for an evening that celebrates culture, cuisine, and community. Set in an atmosphere of refined elegance, guests will enjoy a curated Caribbean culinary experience. The evening will also feature a special keynote address by the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. This premier fundraising affair promises an unforgettable experience where flavor, music, and purpose come together for a truly meaningful evening. Tickets are available now on GoToFate and Eventbrite. Secure yours early and be part of an extraordinary night. Spice Indulgence, an evening of heritage, connection, and impact.
Right. And on that very day, not the same day, Sunday. So the next day, Sunday the 17th, there will be a diaspora town hall meeting with the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Ambassador Andrea St. Bernard, and Ambassador Terry Forrester. And you know Terry Forrester is responsible for the diaspora. So that event, the diaspora town hall meeting, will be on Sunday, the 17th of May at the Medgar Evans College Auditorium, all right, 1650 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11225. Entrance on Krong Street between Bedford Avenue and Franklin Avenue, all right? So again, it's a good opportunity for you to get to engage, listen also, the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team. So they will be there at Medgar Evans College on Sunday, so the day after the event. All right? That's important.